Hi, I'm Brendan with Reviewed.com. Today we're looking at both of Microsoft's Surface devices, Surface Pro 4 and Surface Book, and trying to figure out which one you should get. Since the very beginning of Surface a few years ago, Microsoft designed these computers to be tablets that were also kind of laptops, so you could easily, run Microsoft Office on it, get work done, but also if you're ready to kick back, it'd be good for, watching movies or reading Kindle books, stuff like that. Both of these computers are pretty good at doing both of those things, but they both have a different mix of tablet to laptop, and that's really what you're going to have to look at when you're picking one for yourself. Both of them come with Surface Pen in the box. It's not something you need to pay extra for. It's an excellent accessory, and even if you're not into drawing, for taking notes, it's a wonderful experience. They also both have this special Windows Hello enabled login camera, which instead of having to type in a password or use a fingerprint, just takes a look at your face and logs you in if it's you. Now the Surface Book, this is the new family member in the Surface family. It's a completely new kind of design. It's more of a laptop first, I'd say, and a tablet second. The computer itself is actually in the screen, and so you can detach the device by pressing and holding on this button. And now you have the full computer in here. The screen is very thin and light, and it's only designed to be detached for a couple of hours at a time. You're not going to be taking just this with you in your bag on a trip. Whereas the Surface Pro 4 has a kickstand on the back, and so it can stand up by itself. This is the entire unit. The thing that comes off is the type cover keyboard. You can also flip it around to the back like a cover. And this is a really nice option because you can have it in the kitchen with a recipe on it or with a Netflix film. So I'd say that this is more of a tablet first and a laptop second. And the major drawback is that it's not quite as comfortable to use in your lap. I've never had any huge problems using it in my lap, but I also have very long legs. And I know people tend to have laps that are a little bit smaller than mine. Both computers have roughly the same processor, but Surface Book has a trick up its sleeve because when you have it docked to the keyboard, there's an NVIDIA GPU, so you get better graphics performance. But otherwise, both Surface Pro 4 and Surface Book come with a lot of the same processor options. Surface Pro starts at an Intel Core M3 processor and works its way up to a Core i7. All the Core i7 versions come with Intel Iris graphics, which is a little bit more high-end. But in our tests, we found that it also impacted battery life, so we'd recommend that you go with an M3 or an i5 if that's something that's important to you. Because Surface Book has battery in the tablet portion and in the keyboard, you're going to get longer runtime even if you get the i7 version, but the trade-off for that is that it is also a lot more expensive and heavier. Price is where it gets a little bit tricky because Microsoft still refuses to bundle the basically required type cover keyboard in with the Surface Pro 4. So if you get the base level Surface Pro 4, you're paying $130 extra and you're almost at $1,000 out the door. Whereas all of the Surface Books, of course, come with the keyboard dock because you need it, and Surface Book starts at $14.99. That's a Core i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and 128 gigs of SSD storage. It's a little measly, so we'd recommend, if you're looking at a Surface Book, to spend a little bit more. You'll get a lot more out of it. So hopefully we made the differences between these two devices a little bit more clear for you, and if you want to check out full reviews for both of them, head on over to Reviewed.com.